Now look to question number 9. Let R and S be two relations on set A. Examine whether the following statements are true or false. First one, if R is reflexive, then R inverse is also reflexive. And Roman B is, if R is equivalence relation, then R inverse is also an equivalence relation. If R and S are symmetric, then R union S is also symmetric. And if R and S are reflexive, then R intersection S is also reflexive. This question number 8 and 9 is quite important for metric also, and for the board exam also. So let's have a look now how to solve this question number 9. It's quite different. Look student, let A equal to ABC, the elements. Now relation R, A comma A, B comma B, C comma C. Since in the question it is said that if R is reflexive, then R inverse is also reflexive. We have to check whether it is true or false. Now look, A comma A, B comma B, C comma C, and B comma A I have written here. Now look, this belongs to R, so R is reflexive. Now for the inverse case, this will remain same. Here I have written B comma A, that's why A comma B. If I write here A comma B, then it is B comma A. Now in this case also, this is belongs to R, so R inverse is also reflexive. Now since R is reflexive, then R inverse is also reflexive, which means the given statement is true. Students, I have done this one with the help of ABC. You may use here 1, 2, 3 also, means the digits. Look student, now 9b, the question is, if R is an equivalence relation, then R inverse is also an equivalence relation. Now look, if R is an equivalence relation, which means it has to satisfy the reflexive, transitive and the symmetric. Now look, here first one, let A equal to ABC, so R equal to A comma A, B comma B, C comma C and B comma A. So this part belongs to R, so R is reflexive. Now look here, for the inverse part here also, there is B comma A and there is A comma B, and this will remain same. So if this belongs to R, which means this belongs to R inverse, so R inverse is also reflexive. First one is over. Now look, this is only the reflexive part. Now look, the symmetric part. Student, in the symmetric part, the R is symmetric, which means R equal to R inverse, so R inverse is also symmetric. This is the basic concept. Now look, here let A comma B belongs to R inverse, then B comma A belongs to R, so this can be written A comma B also belongs to R. Now if I want the inverse of this statement, which means B comma A belongs to R inverse, now look, A comma B belongs to R inverse here, and B comma A also belongs to R inverse. For all A comma A belongs to A means the set A, the elements A, B, C only, which means R inverse is also symmetric. So in this case particularly students, either you will do this part or this part. I repeat again, in this part Roman 2, either you will write only this part or this part. Now look, after that, so R inverse is also symmetric. Now look, the last one is transitive. Look student, transitive, now A comma B belongs to R inverse and B comma C belongs to R inverse. Now look, now A comma B belongs to R inverse, then B comma A belongs to R. If it is R inverse, then B comma A belongs to R. Similarly here also, BC belongs to R inverse, so C comma B belongs to R, C comma B belongs to R. Now look after that. Look student, now if C comma B belongs to R and B comma A belongs to R, look here, if C comma B belongs to R and B comma A belongs to R, which means B and B cancel, so C comma A belongs to R. Now look, if C comma A belongs to R, then A comma C belongs to R inverse. So student, A comma B belongs to R inverse, B comma C belongs to R inverse, and here also A comma C belongs to R inverse, which means all these elements A comma B belongs to R inverse, B comma C belongs to R inverse, and C comma A also belongs to R inverse. So all these elements are belongs to R inverse, which means R is transitive. Now look, sorry, R inverse is transitive. Now R inverse is reflexive, symmetric, transitive, which means we can say that the last line, look here now, R is symmetric, reflexive and transitive. So we can say the last line, R inverse is the equivalence relation, and the given statement is also true in case of 9b. Look student, number C now. 9c, if R and S are symmetric, then R union S is also symmetric. Let A comma B belongs to R and B comma A belongs to S. Here A comma B belongs to R or B comma A belongs to S inverse. Why? Because S equal to S inverse. Now look, then B comma A, then here it is A comma B equal to belongs to S. If it is inverse, then A comma B belongs to S. Now A comma B belongs to R, A comma B belongs to S, which means A comma B belongs to R union S. Now look, B comma A belongs to R inverse union S inverse. Since R equal to R inverse, then B comma A belongs to, if it is inverse, then B comma A belongs to R union S. So R union S is also symmetric. But why this formula has come now? Look, if R is symmetric, then R equal to R inverse, which means R inverse is also symmetric. If S is symmetric, then S equal to S inverse, then S inverse is also symmetric, using this formula only. So 9C is over. Now 9D. Look student, 9D now. Let R and S are reflexive. So the question says that R intersection S is also reflexive. For all A, now A comma A belongs to R. The condition of the statement of the condition of the reflexive is A comma A belongs to R, or B comma B belongs to R, or C comma C belongs to R. Here I have taken only A comma A belongs to R, which means A comma A belongs to S also. Then A comma A belongs to R intersection S. That's because we have to check whether it is true or false. Then if A comma A belongs to R intersection S, which means R intersection S is reflexive, the given statement is true. 9D.